so I don't look down. Otherwise, I'm gonna put that eye thing on.
All right. Welcome to the Smoke and Mirrors podcast, your destination for the latest in streaming, movie news, and reviews. We are your hosts, Rob, Dave, and Triz. This week, we find out who is the lead in the new Alien series with FX, who's playing Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2, what classic Sylvester Stallone IP is receiving a sequel, what Saturday Night Live is up to, and what's happening with Marvel's Blade film.
Mm.
Well, let's start the show. How we living there, big dogs?
Yeah,
That was good, man. That was real good. How you going?
Yeah, good. I think I was getting a bit sick there.
Ooh.
Bit of blocky in the nose there, blocky Balboa.
It's always the worst.
Yeah.
It's that season. Ours is all like you got to get initialized into the colder weather, and then ours is just like I'm always gonna be like this.
But it's
My theory is everything is dying, right? Because everything is going to sleep now that it's cold.
yeah.
So it's releasing all of like the seeds and the pollen and all that sort of shit. So that's just all around.
yeah. It's
Death is
sadly.
all around.
it's mad ironic for me as well because I got my flu vax coming up on Friday.
Oh,
I know. And I was like, if I'm healthy, I'm still going.
Mm.
But if I was just beaten up by the time it hits Friday, I'm not making the flu vax. But
I was gonna say before. So you don't have like one window with us on it for Riverside, and then another window with just the notes up.
for me,
Ah, Rob.
Oh.
Yeah, if you double click on the actual notes in the app, it'll open up in a separate window. And you can just anyway.
That's on the PC right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Very
That's
good.
but all good, all good. But we'll move into our casting news. So, like we mentioned, we have the new Alien series by FX, and they've now given us news that Sydney Chandler is going to be the lead for this film. Now, I haven't seen too much about Sydney Chandler, if I'm being honest.
That like her biggest claim to fame is being Carl Chandler's daughter. But she was in 3 things last year. I don't know if that qualifies you for like leading the fucking Alien series, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
Well, she must have knocked it out the fucking park in the audition. So
Yeah, and she was in
Or
that
she-
Pistol show.
okay, or she's got that look.
She does have a look. She definitely has a look.
She is Ripley's daughter. We don't know.
Ooh.
Because then it'd be Alien Isolation, that game, and then it'd be fire.
Yeah, that would be.
Maybe
Yeah.
just scary as hell.
The only thing with this, they're saying it's all based on Earth. When I wanted like the space ting with this, it's like, yeah, we'll have to wait and see though. I want to see a trailer. That's what I need. Then I can
Maybe
really
it
gauge
starts
the
in
excitement.
Earth, and then it goes to space.
Yeah.
Because that'd also be different. They'd want to contain that shit.
Maybe it'll be, maybe it'll be one of those things where it's in Earth for this whole season, and then they manage to get away with like a Weyland Yutani ship or something,
Mm.
and the thingy is in there with them,
Yeah,
and then isolation begins.
yeah.
Just set within Earth's atmosphere. We don't know. Earth can mean two different things.
What do you call it? But yeah, exciting. Still waiting for that trailer there.
Mm.
But what we also have is that Pedro Pascal, back in his bag again, is in talks to play a role in Gladiator 2.
Hmm.
So we don't know who he's going to play right now, but hopefully you see him come out as Oberon. But I'm excited for this. I like Pedro. Pedro's cool.
same.
Maybe
Yeah, that'll be
a
sick, man.
Politician of Rome, and I can see him being slimy like a politician. In Rome. That'd be cool.
True.
That'll be cool.
Little bit of that Equalizer 2 energy going on there.
Yeah.
But still knows how to get down.
Maybe.
So we also have Rob Delaney, who played Pete in Deadpool 2, and he's returning for Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
So hopefully he is back as the as part of that X-Force again.
Peter.
I can't fucking wait. I love that guy, man. I love that they had the little stinger to say that he's still alive.
Oh, no way.
That was the
That
fucking
Rob
best.
Delaney has the saddest story on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. His child died, man.
Oh
It was the
wow.
worst thing in the world. And then he
Mhm.
wrote a book about it,
Yeah.
about how he sort of dealt with the grief and all that. This is the saddest shit I ever seen.
Shit, I did see that. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Mm.
It's almost like Keanu with his wife when that
Yeah.
happened, and then he loses the wife too.
She was
Yeah.
preggers, I think, as well.
Yeah. That fucks me up every time I see it. There's an interview that Andrew Garfield does with Stephen Colbert, and he talks about his mum, who had just passed like 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
And he talks about grief and experiencing that and never wanting it to go away. That shit scarred the fuck out of me. I
Yeah.
was like, because you don't want the grief. You know what I mean?
No.
Never ever want to deal with those emotions. But then if that's the last remnant of your loved one that you lost, that's some deep shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep that you opened up something else in me there, Garfield.
It
Yeah.
make it really makes sense for all those movies like Minority Report, how he's watching all the videos of his wife and kid, or 65 with the daughter and things like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Start understanding why they just want to keep reliving that, even though the truth is like, right in their face too.
Did you watch
Badly.
65?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed the hell out of 65, I'm not gonna lie.
Did you?
Not
I was a
bad.
65 fan. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
I can't lie. We also so a few days ago, Stanley Tucci puts up a video on Instagram, right? And it's him and Richard Madden, who looked like he just did a few reps outside the camera. Man's got a swallow on the guns pause. And it's both of them drinking martinis. Now, there's rumors flying around now after seeing the video that maybe Richard Madden is the man to play Bond. I don't believe it just yet. I'm still waiting for the official. The lady who does the casting said that they haven't got eyes on anyone just yet as well. Because
That's
nothing.
nonsense. If they're looking to shoot next year, which is what they said, they need to have someone locked in right now. And considering there's a writer's strike, that ain't happening next year. They need
No.
to start casting now.
Yeah, for sure. But I think with them doing multiple seasons of Citadel, I don't know how open Madden is. Or you'll probably make time if it's like Bond.
Yeah. His character will just die in the show or something like that. Oh my god.
My memories died and so did I.
The sooner the better, man.
It could be that guy from 1917 as well. He's
Yeah.
a front runner too.
They're also saying the O of Gangs of London, Sean?
Yeah.
Not Sean. The other, the black O.
Well, there's multiple black people in that
The
show.
the villain's
His second in
son.
command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that O.
Yeah.
But that O only looks good with a beard.
Yeah, he looks funny without the beard, eh?
Yeah, he does. He looks really androgynous without the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found that as well. I started looking up pictures of that O, and I was like, this guy needs the beard. Like, well,
Yeah.
maybe Bond can have a beard. Like,
I wouldn't mind Bond with a beard. Shake it
why
up a little
can't he
bit.
have a beard? Like,
Yeah.
True. But we also have so Tasha Smith is actually looking to take over Teresa Randall's role as Martin Lawrence's wife in the new Bad Boys 4 movie. They haven't released any details as to why Teresa Randall's not taking the role this time around. But for anyone who doesn't know Tasha Smith and maybe has watched Empire, she's the one who plays Cookie's sister in there. Cookie.
that show. I was a power man.
Same.
That's what we were on.
I couldn't get into it, man. Just too much.
Man.
Lucius Lion.
We also have Robert Patrick, who's going to be joining season 2 of Reacher. So Patrick's actually stepped in to replace Rory Cochrane, who was in the series regular role of Shane Langston, who's a former NYPD detective turned head of security for a private defense contractor. This is not bad as well. We also,
God.
unlike
Loves
you,
Robert Patrick.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Every
is the
time,
man.
every time I see him, I'm like, feel like watching Terminator.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
synonymous now. Synonymous with the T1000.
Yeah. So we also have Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Isaac Gonzalez is going to star in Guy Ritchie's Untitled next movie.
Isa?
Isa? Did I say Isa?
I heard Isaac.
No, I said Isa. Eisenberg. But no, to star in Guy Ritchie's Untitled new film. So we don't have anything in regards to like the details of this movie, but they said it's going to be another big budget action movie.
Just knocking these ones out, man.
Yeah, we were just talking about this too. Guy Ritchie does not stop. The Covenant's like coming out, and
I
now
thought you were
just
going to say
bloody...
the cunt. The governor.
Governor. But no, this is exciting. I want to see this as well because we still got Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare that still hasn't come out. So Guy
Yeah.
Ritchie really is just putting like 2-3 movies in a can and then just keeps fucking going.
Yeah,
Looks
man.
great, that movie.
Sorry.
That looks great. That movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That featurette that they released was enough for me. Like Cavill is like his beard is really big, but his mustache is really long as well.
Yeah.
He almost reminded me of the Order 1886.
Yeah.
Like that sort of facial hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the-
Could be something special.
It's a certain certain thing that they call it.
Ah, okay. Like a
It's
certain facial hair type.
certain beard that they call it. Yeah.
It's not the ducktail like Kratos, is it?
No, Kratos is ducktail. I think it's like a brogue or something like that, where the mustache is longer. Like the mustache ends down here.
Ah,
instead
okay.
of
Yeah.
up here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping that movie is the King's Man that we should have gotten.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, so much Guy Ritchie fare coming out. The last of our casting news, and one that I was actually really disappointed about, is that Carl Urban is in talks to play Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. we need like metal bars and just shake the cup and just scream Boyka the whole time.
Badly.
Scott Adkins needs to play this role, man. I've had
Yeah.
enough.
It's almost
No.
like the role he was born to play.
Yeah.
He's just gonna play himself, and he can stay English as well. Who cares?
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Because I would buy that he was putting on the accent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's got to be a fraud that gets his metal tested, and then like he comes to the party. A hero emerges. That's the arc, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Tweet Nemos right now.
You know what's mad about Mortal Kombat 9 to 11 is that the Johnny Cage arc, he's still a fucking smartass throughout all of it.
Yeah.
But he, so 9, he proves himself. 10, like him and Sonya have their thing. 11, with all the timelines like merging back together again, he's full like leading an army.
What a matter.
Yeah.
I like that character fucking arcs, you know what I mean? That gets me.
Also, Mortal Kombat 12 got teased today.
Ooh.
It's the 30-year anniversary, and they dropped the video of all of them saying thank you. And then Ed Boon at the end says his thank yous, and then it just leads into this like 5-second clip of the end of Mortal Kombat 11 with the sands of time. Then it explodes, creating another universe. I was just like, just give it to me. But no, that's it for our casting news.
Beautiful. All right. So we'll move into on the radar. And if it's on our radar, it should be on your radar. Radar here. Hey, yo. All right. So first up there, we got Liam Neeson, who has joined the cast for Ice Road 2, Road to the Sky, which is the worst Worst title I've ever heard.
Reach for the Skylar.
so, so this one is going to see his character Mike McCann return, but his brother's passed away. So to honor his brother's last wishes, which wasn't something simple like sprinkle me over the ocean, this wants him to take his ashes.
Bury me in the ocean.
This wants him to take his ashes to the top of Mount Everest, which is the wildest shit. Like, I will never ever make you guys do anything like that.
You guys
But-
haven't watched the first one, huh?
No.
Nah.
His brother is developmentally challenged. So that's why but he's real smart. Like mechanically wise, extremely smart.
My friend is wicked smart.
Yeah.
Was the first one good?
It's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I watched the trailer and did nothing for me. That's why I didn't watch it.
It's fair. Like it's normal.
That's also another reason why I didn't watch that one.
He's not like doing like, he's not taking guys down and all that. This is a normal action movie.
All right. Well, in this one, he will be taking guys down because on that bus heading up to like Everest, a busload full of Nepalese mercenaries actually stops the bus and they have to take him out. So they must fight to survive.
I wonder if Corey Barlog's just going to be like, yeah, I made God of War 2018.
What's crazy is that would never happen. It costs $7,000 to climb Everest, and then you still need to buy the plane tickets over there, and you still need to get accommodation and all that. It's expensive.
So is the 7,000 also the guide's price as well?
No,
that includes the
7,000
guides.
is to cover the Sherpas and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, all right. So that's all the support. All right.
Yeah, because that's your oxygen. That's all that stuff. I don't know why I was just looking. I was looking into climbing at Everest.
Do it.
But,
Do it. GoFundMe and everything. Just go wild with it. Be a good goal. Big news there. So Cliffhanger is getting a sequel. I don't know, this is like what, 20 years later? 25 years later? Something like that?
When did Cliffhanger come out? Like 97 or something?
Yeah. It was in the good year.
That was
movies.
a good year.
Yeah, it was a good year.
Cliffhanger was 93, 30 years.
93, mate.
Fuck.
We just came over here.
Yeah. And then Cliffhanger? Champion.
It's at the next level.
It was bad.
Video Maze was actually called Video Maze, and it had those yellow covers.
Yeah. And the big poster, the Stallone hanging down there. So Rick Roman War will direct this one. So Rennie Harlan isn't coming back. Weirdly, Stallone is not expected to be the main protagonist for this one. So they're looking for someone to actually lead the movie.
7 years old.
I know. That's kind of his bag now. It's the old man action bag.
I don't want to see an old man try climb a mountain. We know he'd just fall over.
But this is making me think that he dies in the movie. He's going to executive decisions to gull it out the window.
Either that or he's going to be the Frank character.
Except he won't be flying choppers.
No, he will not.
Maybe he had the daughter and he just he's a coach for her.
Yeah, maybe.
And then he gets kidnapped and she's got to get him off the mountain.
Yeah, maybe that chick from Northern Exposure popped out a few kids in the 30 years.
Maybe it's Balto. So she's got to get to the mountain because the antidote has fallen on the top of it. She's got to climb up, get it, and then go back to him because he's deathly sick.
Maybe they got that little vertical limit shit going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's set, I think, in the Alps, the Italian Alps.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're holidaying over there? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. They didn't. That's as much plot as they're given.
It'd be cheaper to shoot out, out in the mountains in the US.
Canada. They shot
They
the
shot
Canadian
first one
Rockies.
in Canada.
Yeah.
But there's mountains in Montana and all that have ice and snow and all that. So it'd
True.
be really cheap
Yeah.
to shoot out there.
Parts of Yellowstone, like, I don't know. Maybe they're saying it's set there, but they're not actually going to shoot there.
Right.
Know what I mean? Yeah, it's set there though. Next up, Clara and the Sun. So this is the new one, directed by Taika Waititi, and it follows Clara, a robot girl created to prevent teenagers from becoming lonely. In the story, she tries to save a family of humans she lives with from heartbreak. So this one is a book. It's an adaptation from the same that wrote Remains of the Day, the Anthony Hopkins one. I haven't watched it, but you know,
Me neither.
it's out there.
Sounds very much like Megan.
But like the good Megan Good. So I think this is skating on some of the sort of the juice that Air had. But there's an SNL pilot movie. So Jason Reitman is going to direct a feature about the behind-the-scenes events that took place ahead of the very first broadcasts of SNL, Saturday Night Live, on October 11th, 1975. So it's currently untitled, based on real-life accounts of what happened, and it'll tell how this ferocious troupe of young comedians and writers changed television forever. Back then, when they started, it was Dan Aykroyd, Jim Belushi.
Chevy.
Yeah.
Chevy
Big
was
hitters.
there.
Steve Martin? Or was that later?
I think that's later.
Is Eddie later as well?
Eddie's later as well. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, 75. Yeah.
You got to wait 10 years to get Eddie.
Yeah.
Or maybe 5 years to get Eddie. Yeah.
Do you reckon, like, if everything goes well, they release this on the 50th anniversary of the debut of that first episode? So they go 55? Sorry, 2025?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably
Sounds about
have
right
to.
with the scheduling and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because they'll probably only start shooting next year after the strike. Because after
Yeah.
the WGA strike is the DGA strike. And then, like, wait a year to kind of get everything developed. And then a year after that. But yeah, that's it for On the Radar.
All right, cool. So let's jump into our news and developments. So Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Superman movie is supposedly still alive. I think a fan asked Gunn on Twitter what's sort of happening with that, and Gunn said, you know, if the script is good, which it probably should be, it's Ta-Nehisi Coates, we'll definitely do it, and it is still going ahead, but it'll probably be part of the Elseworld movie universe that they're setting up. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
See what
Hopefully.
happens.
Yeah. This Superman crashed down in Kansas still, and he's black.
Yeah.
You have a white mommy and daddy?
I don't know if they're going to race swap everything.
Maybe this is the deleted scene from the end of that Joel Edgerton movie where he has the interracial couple out there down south.
Well, that tells me what sort of politics they're wanting to get into, where he crashes, who picks him up. You know what I mean? Because if it's a black mother and father, then it's the racial sort of journey that they take. But if it's interracial, then it's trying to sort of understand a different world.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the time period.
And Kansas?
Yeah. It's the South.
Yeah.
In theory, it's the 60s, right? Yeah. Yeah, it could be kind of crazy having a black Superman roaming around when there's KKK everywhere and
If it's period.
segregation and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be a bit wild.
Yeah, that'd be cool though. If it was set, I'd like it if it was set during that time. Then. All right, so the AMPers. So it's the Academy of Motion Picture and Arts.
Yeah, it's sciences.
Arts and Sciences. Yeah.
What fucking science?
I think that the science part of it comes in with the cameras and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I take it back.
So they've set some new rules for campaigning. So because of that whole debacle with the Best Actress uh, nomination this year, they set up some new rules, right? So members can post on social media about performances, but cannot reveal their own voting preferences, decisions, and strategies, or discuss eligibility requirements. According to the playlist, this is likely a direct response to that Instagram thing that we just spoke about. All right, so in terms of private screenings, the Academy is a bit more lenient. Members are allowed they're allowed to host as many private screenings as they would like, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they can't be funded by any distributor or company associated with the film, though. The big rule change um, on a whole other matter has been set for the international feature film category, whereas each nation's selection committee must be comprised of at least 50% filmmakers, artists, and or craftspeople. That's cool. I like that they add the craftspeople in there.
Same.
They make your movies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that rule change is seen to be an answer to the concerns that too many government bureaucrats were influencing the film selection from specific countries.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So finally, the live action short film category will see voting privileges extended to all Academy members who opt in to participate. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds fairer.
Yeah, much fairer. All right.
Fuck.
So the big thing this week was the WGA strikes. Right. I'm all for the WGA strikes. Just putting it out there. Um, those people need their money too. It's not
Mhm.
fair.
Fucking oath. Got to make a
100%.
living. Can't just be like shelling out bits and pieces because it's streaming. You know what I mean? Those royalties need to come the fuck back.
What was I listening to? The Brilliant Idiots. Brilliant Idiots had Van Latham on there. Van
Mm.
Lathan, sorry, on there, and
Yeah.
he was saying like for a normal piece of work you get residuals on like all that sort of stuff, right? He said that because streaming houses are so like they hold on to their numbers so tightly they don't let them know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how much money you're supposed to get.
Exactly.
That's disgusting.
It's fucked. It's all cloaked in secrecy, and it's the biggest market out there.
But why would they do that? Because so they can steal money.
Yeah. Basically.
Fuckers. All right. So there's a whole bunch of content that's going to stop or has stopped already. So basically, all of the late shows, the
Mm-hmm.
one with Bill Maher, last week tonight with what's his face, and the Daily Show, SNL, all of that is stopped. You're more than likely going to get a whole bunch of reruns that's going to start happening for those shows.
Mm-hmm.
Abbott Elementary, Big Mouth, Yellow Jackets, Stranger Things, and Cobra Kai has been cancelled or pushed back until the strike's finished. House of the Dragon is safe because all the scripts were completed before filming. That's still not a good thing because you need a writer on hand because sometimes things don't work in the moment and you need to be able to figure it out.
That's
That's
right.
the worst thing they could have done. All right, so Rings of Power season 2 is going to finish filming without showrunners, which is kind of crazy.
They got 19 days. It's wild. And like those two showrunners, JD Payne and what's his face McKay, they preemptively wrote shit for the next like 19 days. That's a wild
Kind of
time.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've been hearing stories about. I think it's the Warner. I think it's Warner and someone else that said, showrunners, you have to still be at your work. I don't care if you're part of the WGA or whatever it is. You still have to be on the job. That's what we're paying you to do.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, there's a bit of pushback there. But yeah, WGA, they can get it done.
They'll get it done.
They
No-
deserve all the money. All the money.
yeah, Netflix and all them O's is gonna cave.
Yeah, they have to.
Hmm.
I mean, we've already seen Stranger Things, which is Netflix's was the biggest streaming event last year.
Hmm.
No, we just cancel it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Start filming next year.
Yeah. All right, so Animation is going to work with Zack Snyder's. Is going to work on, sorry, Zack Snyder's Twilight of the God series at Netflix. I have no idea what this is.
That's that one that he was kind of setting up. It's got him, Jay Oliva, and a couple of other people, big fucking names in the cast, and they're all playing like the Greek gods.
Ah,
Ah, yes.
Is it Greek or Norse?
Norse. This one's
Norse.
basically about Ragnarok. This is where the Aesir and Vanir fight.
Very good.
But it's completely 2D animated.
Hmm.
But it's gonna have Snyder's cinematic style
Oh, very
still
good.
attached to it. Yeah, it sounds exciting. I think it's it's Netflix. So
Hmm.
a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple of years. Oh, animation. That takes like 5 years to do that stuff. All right, Kevin Costner is looking to exit Yellowstone after season 5. It looks like he's made all the money that he wants to make, and he's done.
Cruising.
All the money in the world right now.
Apparently, him and Sheridan was like
It's button heads.
badly.
Well, if it's getting to that point, then they need to call it quits then,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or they need to somehow fix that relationship.
Yeah, I would rather them fix the relationship
Yeah,
because they've created a successful show.
that's
You
it.
know what I mean? And instead of actually, what I'm finding is instead of actually helping that remediation kind of go forward, Paramount is really pushing this new McConaughey Yellowstone show. Have you noticed like the press has all been about the McConaughey?
McConaughey's got a
He's going to have one. Yeah. So they're going, fuck off Costner and we'll get McConaughey on.
no.
It's like,
Costner's the draw.
yeah,
Costner made that show.
that's right.
All right.
Fuckers.
Yeah. All right. So Across the Spider-Verse, to the sequel to
Into?
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. So they're saying that it's clocking in at 140 minutes. So that's like 30 minutes longer than the first one. It's pretty on par with all the movies that we're getting nowadays.
Yeah.
It seems like people are happy to spend a whole lot of time in the cinemas now.
Yeah.
I'm finding that our movies are running longer because they need to justify the cost and everything of
Mm.
yeah. See how it goes.
Yeah. It's weird that they do that, but then the return on investment isn't as high because
No,
they're not able to put as many screenings on. Whereas Super Mario Brothers, 88 minutes, bang, 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 in and out, $1 billion, mate.
yeah, but now you need to think about it. Like now, I can take this and then be like, "Hey, Netflix, you want it? I'll give it to you for the next a year for like $40 million. All right, yeah, we'll take that.
That is true.
We'll take that. Hey, Warner, you want this? I'll give it to you for 40 million as well.
Did you notice that with Fox? So when the menu came out, it came out on HBO Max first.
Yes,
And then like a month later it was out on Disney Plus.
it's weird. Huh?
That's crazy. That's like Disney getting their bag twice.
Yeah. As well. Like
It is
that's
wild.
the game you can play now. The things that you think are
Yeah.
like sort of box office bombs and all that sort of stuff. Don't worry about it. We make money in the back end.
Yeah.
Pause. All right. So supposedly, with Joseph Kaczynski's new F1 movie, they're going to use those same cameras that they used in Top Gun Maverick. There's going to be 6K cameras inside the cockpit. So he actually will have actors driving an F1 car in there. So supposedly Brad Pitt is going to be driving an F1 car for real, which is crazy when I think about it,
Yep.
in that new movie.
Yeah.
Like it's just wild.
It's
They must have made it
insane.
extremely safe, or Pitt is just a really good driver, and that's kind of what his thing is.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
But supposedly, I mean, obviously, even Tom Cruise volunteered.
That's so wild.
He just, I just want to drive the car.
Yeah.
I just want to drive the car.
Yeah. It's
You know
wild.
He did that.
It's wild because Bruckheimer is like shaping this out to be like a spiritual successor to Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
So Cruise was immediately on board, like Yeah, measure me up for that suit.
He's probably brought his own.
Yeah, that's fucking true.
He's got one.
You call
And
it
Lewis Hamilton's on here as well as like an
Yeah, he is.
assistant consultant and shit
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
I can't
do you
wait
call
for this movie, man.
So
Yeah.
apparently Pitt, he's full doing like training for it, and he's already driven over 600 miles. And
Wow.
yeah, he's been driving on that Le Mans circuit there, like proper.
Wow.
That Le Mans is long too. That circuit.
Hmm.
There's big stretches of straights as well.
Yeah.
You can get that car up to speed, but then there's a big corner in there.
Yeah. You know what's wild? I've seen the trailer for Gran Turismo, right?
Yeah.
But just hearing this, I'm more excited for this than I ever will be for Gran
I don't even
Turismo.
know what this movie's about, and I want to watch it.
Yeah, same. It's driven. It's just
It's
driven.
It's
Yeah.
really high end driven. Yeah.
But he's head to head with the rookie. He's competing against it. That's the shit that I need, mate.
Mm. Yeah, I guess. So.
So apparently they're using I don't know what this means, but a Formula 2 car. And the car is reportedly designed by Mercedes to accommodate 6K cameras to be attached to the Halo.
Okay. That must be
Alright,
a bit slower.
A Formula 2 car is literally just slower. Like, it's not like, it's maybe like 50 Ks slower.
Fuck.
Like, they're still flying around at 600 Ks an hour. Like, they're still going fast. And your reaction speed still needs to be superhuman.
Yeah.
Pitt must be in the best shape of his life if he's driving these cars.
That's right.
Must be.
That's
Holy
right.
shit.
It's crazy.
Can't
These
wait.
guys lose weight when they drive. Because they're pulling G's constantly. They're constantly tense. Like they just lose weight. I think Ricciardo was saying, like, you lose like 4 kilos during a race.
The fuck?
Like he
It's
said,
like a whole body exercise.
Yeah, it's hot in there. It's like
Mm.
there is obviously no aircon. Like,
Yeah.
to put weight on the car, they don't want that. It's hot in there. You're strapped up. You're in like so many layers, the flame retardant layers, and all that shit doesn't breathe, and
Yeah. And the inner mask.
in a mask as well. And you're limited, right? So your view is like this.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's crazy.
With the cameras in the Halo, you could literally do that Dark Knight Returns where it's spinning like that when he crashes and then he just disappears out the seat.
Yeah. But all right. So the last piece of news is Marvel has shut down Blade's pre-production. So Nick Pizzolatto, like we said last week, came on to do some scripting. Scripting couldn't get finished because of the WGA strike. So it looks like, honestly, Blade isn't going to get made. I think they just need to put a pin in this and just say, like, look, just go watch the other Blade movies. It was never ever going to be as good as those ones. Maybe Trinity, but like maybe that's what they need to do.
Can you imagine if Feige comes out tomorrow with the official statement? You might as well go watch it.
And for those who are looking for a Blade fix, go watch the other ones. They're on HBO Max. And what's it called? Max now. Max.
I just see like Wesley Snipes come out, just pulling the finger and leaving.
I'm telling you guys before, I hope this movie never gets made. I do not want a Disney-fied, Marvel-fied version of Blade. I don't want that. It doesn't sound enticing.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right to the formula.
Mahershala Ali is too old. We know that he's not going to be the character for too long. He's probably got one movie in him where he can be Blade, and then that's it. He is literally handing over the reins to someone.
Well, they did say Blade's daughter is in this one, didn't they?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
It's all just a piss take, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's not Blade.
Yeah.
She's not Blade. He's not Blade. It's just Marvel vampires.
Yeah. I mean, I never seen Blade as a mantle. Blade was the person.
It's the person.
Yeah.
See,
Even
but
if his
now
real name was Eric Wright or whatever, I think that's Easy E. But
that's
like,
easy. Yeah.
yeah, but his name was Eric something Carter or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and he just called himself Blade, but I never seen it as a mantle that was then passed on to all these other different people. I don't know if in the
No.
comics either, if it is a mantle that gets passed on. It's
That's
not,
not.
is it?
No, it's not.
No.
Because if that were true, then Whistler wouldn't be called Whistler. He'd be called Blade.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
See,
Anyway,
I'm always willing to just like I just want to see a trailer and the direction that they're going.
you know what? Like honestly, I wish they said that. You know what we're gonna do with the Blade property is we're gonna give it over to Sony, and if Sony's doing R-rated pictures over there, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So it'll be another collaboration with Marvel via Sony. We still own the character, but we're gonna get them to put it out because it's an R-rated movie.
It'd be like the reverse Spider-Man.
100%, yeah,
Good business for everybody, but Marvel
100%.
still does some of that development work.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Sony like gives them the right to put the gore in there, but they're not doing that with Deadpool, which is weird.
no, they're not.
And I know that Marvel's trying to get a little bit edgier because in Guardians they dropped like their first F-bomb,
Yeah, I
but
heard
it's
that as
not
well.
it's not Deadpool level, and the violence isn't Deadpool level, even though bits in there were pretty violent.
Hmm.
They've got a long way to go before they can sort of get to that level where Blade would be something that'd be on the same level as the Wesley Snipes Blade.
I
Yeah.
think the they said they call it superhero fatigue. I don't think that's it, man. I think it's the fact that they don't grow with their audience. Their audience back when Iron Man came out were 17, 16, 17 year olds.
Yeah.
Now those same 16, 17 year olds are having babies. They're going out.
Hmm.
They're they're older. They want to
Yeah,
see older content now.
Yeah.
that's right.
Marvel's still doing the same stuff.
But what's crazy is that first Iron Man was still darker than a lot of the shit that we get now from Marvel.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think a tone that I really liked with Marvel was Moon Knight. Those first few episodes, I really liked the tone of that show.
Mm. What's his face? Werewolf
Werewolf by
Yeah.
Night, yeah, it was
Yeah.
fucking great.
was really great. Yeah.
That was R-rated, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Really?
It's MA over here.
There's MA over here, but it's still PG over there. It's still PG-13 over there because it's it
Black
was all
and
black
white?
and white.
Yeah.
I thought
So
that
you get
was
around it.
that was a what's his face? That was a news story that we had.
But we yeah. Like I even get worried about Deadpool 3 if I'm being honest.
So do I.
They haven't proved themselves for the R-rated fare yet. We just need them to like not
If
need
they tell-
them.
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry. I was just gonna say like they just need to do content or even just have the Marvel Knights banner
Yeah.
and just do it properly.
It's Disney that's holding them back. If Marvel was a separate company to
Mm,
Disney,
yeah.
if they had stayed with Paramount, mate.
Paramount didn't like own them. That was just there for distribution. But that's the
Yeah,
model that would have worked better
that
for
model
them.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Because they could have
now,
distributed through Fox if they wanted to for their R-rated pictures.
yeah. But right now, all I need is Feige to come out and say, look, it has been pushed back, but it is an R-rated picture. Like that's what I want, man.
Yeah.
Get rid
Yeah.
of Pizzolatto. Get rid of this other, the Manganate, whatever the fuck his name is, Yonder Barge, whatever his name is.
Yonder Bosch. The beat of the brand of method.
That what they're so fucking made. And just say we got Stephen Norrington and he's gonna do the fucking movie now.
Norrington coming out of retirement.
Fuck, I know.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, Jan
Some
Demange.
Blade
That's
code.
his name.
Catches the sunnies.
Yeah. Like we need a little, like just a little bit more on this movie.
I'm hoping that's what the WGA strike does, is that it creates enough space for them to come back and say, hey, we've got a whole new perspective on this.
Hmm.
Because Lord knows there's a lot of shows and movies that need that space in between to kind of come back and go, nah, actually looking at it again over the break, we need to change this shit up.
Yeah.
It also looks like they're taking a look inside their business as well. Because with that lady like leaving, and she was holding back a lot of the special effects and things like that.
Bitch.
Yeah, it sounds like they got a lot of feet draggers, and they just need to start culling people so they can get to the people who actually put in the work.
They had too many swords in the fire, my friend. Too many swords in the fire. It was doing too much, is what it comes down to. They most should have, like, stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like they were doing it without direction. Even Feige said we're just sort of feeling around to see what's going on. Like, that's your biggest problem, mate. Like, you had no plan. You were the one with the plan. You write out the plans, and then to go like off the cuff, like you're not good enough to do that, Feige. Sorry. Off the
I
cuff. It's billion-dollar properties off the cuff.
Yeah, but what's his face? Chapek also fucked him. With Chapek pushing that Disney Plus regime
Hmm.
and like him wanting them to go like, oh yeah, we're gonna do everything digital and streaming.
Hmm.
Like they had to create content for something that they weren't prepared for. Now everything's a fucking Disney Plus show.
Hmm.
Me taking a shit on Disney Plus now.
Just big presses on.
First episode is the press.
Fucking hell. On Flagrant, they were saying that because they just had the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yeah.
They had Roy Wood Jr. from who he actually hosted the Correspondents' Dinner this year, and they had some things that they wrote down that he should have said in the what's his face. Fuck, it was bad. They were like, with DeSantis's "Don't Say Gay" bill, he won't even recognize. He won't recognize something. He won't even recognize illness. He was like, he calls people with AIDS. He just says that they've got Disney Plus. It's fucking wild, man.
That's wild. Oh shit.
Just love those.
All right, it's a wrap. All the news for the week. We'll be back on Thursday with some hard hitting reviews there for all y'all. Yeah. Follow us on all social media: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Give us a like and a subscribe. Helps us get into spaces and bring those reviews to you. And love yourself. Love movies.
Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.